and His insight into the needs of young people. And we ask God to open our hearts to always stay nourishing, to continue to nourish our own spiritual lives, so that we don't grow stagnant and immature in our faith, but that we grow in our faith. Okay? So that's our prayer for today. And we're going to continue to use this text for 2 more chapters. We're going to go through the sacrament of holy orders and the sacrament of matrimony. Okay? And we need to, these are the 2 sacraments of communion in service, service and communion. So the service sacraments, but one of their primary thrusts is to bring the members of the church into union or communion with each other. And that's the important part. And there are things there to, these are sacraments that support and nourish and encourage our growth as the body of Christ, as the church. All right? And so let's, 2 things we're going to do today is we're going to look at a clip, a YouTube clip on holy orders. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means. An order, if something is in order, like, Joseph, if I said to you the order of operations, what does that mean? Math. Do you know what the order of operations is?
PEMDAS.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You know, one of these. It's the order in which you approach a problem, the solution to a problem. When we talk about holy orders, we're saying that there is a particular pattern.
Sister Eileen?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can we see Joseph Manna, please?
Oh, sure. Is the barber here?
We'll be right back.
You got a haircut. But we could do a little more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. All I do myself. Look at this. All right. Let's see. So when we talk about holy orders, we're talking about ordination to the 3 degrees of priestly ministry within the church. Every one of us is called to, by virtue of our baptism, we're baptized priest, prophet, and king. We're baptized into the priesthood of Christ. All right, but that's different from the sacramental holy orders or priesthood. The priesthood, when we talk about the sacrament, is a ministry, a ministerial priesthood. That's actually a vocation. Now we know that as students and as teachers, we have different roles that we fulfill that are similar, and then we have those that are unique. There are things that you do that are unique to you as a student, and there are things I do that are unique to me as a teacher. But there are also things that we share together. I can learn from you, and you can learn from me.
Also got a stash again.
Why?
Service hours, probation time.
Oh, They said if I turn it in by Monday, I'm not on probation. So, looks like by Monday.
What's that?
For NHS. I didn't turn in service hours.
Why not?
Well, I
You didn't
did.
go to meetings we didn't
No, I did. I went to the meetings. She said I went to all of them. Not sure, I only went to like 2. But she said I went to all of them, so that works. And then I just have to turn in.
Oh, you can do all your hours for soccer.
That's something to do. So,
When are you gonna do that, Joseph?
I already get them
When are you gonna record that, Joseph,
recorded.
and validate it?
Oh, probably fill it out tonight. I'll get Coach Steen to sign it tomorrow morning, and then good to go.
Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
What? Burning the hen is worth 2 on the bush. What does that mean? Like Moses and the burning
What
bush?
you have in your hand is worth more than what you're gonna have there.
What does that mean?
So why wait till tonight and tomorrow
Oh, so
to
fill
do what you can do
So fill it out right now.
today,
Okay.
dear?
That sounds good.
You silly boy. I know. All right, so we're talking about the priesthood that Jesus instituted when he said to the apostles, thou art Peter, and on this rock I build my church. I give you the keys of the kingdom. Whatever you declare loose on earth is loose in heaven. Whatever you declare bound on earth is bound in heaven. So there's the teaching authority of the church. But when we're baptized into the priesthood of Christ in our baptism, that means that we're called to a life of service. Okay, that's part of we're supposed to be priest, prophet, and king. So we have, Jesus said, I'm among you as one who serves. I came to serve, not to be served. So in our baptism into the kingship of Jesus, we have to see our role to serve other people. When we're called in to be prophets, we have to proclaim the good news. When we're called into the priesthood of Jesus, in the ministry of Jesus, that means we have to teach others. So we're called to teach, to lead, and to serve, all of us. Now, there are particular members among us that are called to do this in a very particular ministry. In a couple of weeks, we're going to observe what we call Christian Unity Week. And we have been striving to find ways, as our Bishop Carmody used to say to us all the time, let's look at what unites us instead of what divides us. And sometimes if you understand why things happen the way they happen, like we're going to be looking at, like last year when you looked at church history, if you understood why the church teaches what she teaches, the why, not only the what, but the why, then perhaps you could better understand it. There are things that you may not agree with that happen in the church. But perhaps if you had some insight into the reasoning behind that teaching, it makes it a little more understandable. Now, when we talk about the sacrament of holy orders in the Catholic Church, we're talking about a
Your turn.
Oh, man, we're all on.
what's up with you people?
We're all in trouble today.
I turned in my service hours, so who's gonna excel?
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you're going on.
Why are you in the National Honor Society?
You're asking the wrong person. Maybe because I'm nationally honored. I'm kidding. I think I did good last year, and they said, come on in.
Do you want to be in the National Honor Society?
Yeah, it looks good on the resume.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It looks good on the resume.
I thought I
So
wanted to
what
be,
are the
but I don't want to
three
be anymore.
tenets of the National Honor Society?
To,
Yeah.
oh,
Gonna start naming her
Academics,
and
we
stuff.
have academics.
Academics, service, and
And something.
Honor.
oh, that's it. No, I don't think it is, Grace. Academics, service, integrity. Now, is that okay about integrity?
Leadership. Those are the three areas. Leadership, academics, and service. So
Grace, I don't
it's
see-
not the National Honorary Society. Honor, we want to honor those who not only have academic prowess, but know how to serve and know how to be good leaders.
Apparently, I'm not certain.
Well,
Joseph, what did you do?
one must do that.
Joseph,
What?
what did you do for your service?
What did I do?
Yeah.
How do
Actually,
we
did
know?
Soccer.
Oh,
On Friday.
There's a question for you. Grace, let me ask you this question.
Multitasking.
How do we know that the apostles were the first priests in the Christian church? How do we know that they weren't celibate?
They had children.
They did.
What is celibate? Is that like not married? Or is it?
Yes, he's not married. All right, everyone is called to chastity. Every one of us is called to live our lives in chastity. Chastity is living in right relationship with each other and being pure in our sexual relationships with each other, and everybody is called to chastity. Okay? Whether you're married or single, doesn't matter. Whether you're vowed religious, whether you're ordained priest, you have to be chaste. C-H-A-S-T-E-D. C-H-A-S-T-E-D. But not everyone is called to be celibate. And celibate is when somebody makes that profound decision not to marry. Okay? How do we know that the apostles, you said they had children? I don't know if they did, I presume they did, but, I would presume that they did, but let's say, how else do we know? What factual thing can we draw upon to say that they had to have not lived a celibate life?
It wasn't a commandment back then. Or wait, no, it was.
No,
The Ten Commandments were, I thought that was like.
yeah, there are commandments, but for celibacy, it was
Jesus
no.
didn't talk about it until they.
How do we know that they weren't celibate?
There weren't no
The
church
Being
back
married
then.
or not married?
So how do we know that some of them were married?
The church.
The
They
church is still
created
happening.
the
Yeah, they created the
sacrament
church.
and
Yeah.
baptism.
No, they didn't. Jesus did.
Oh my
But
god.
what can you point to that says to us, oh yeah, they must have been married?
The Bible.
Yeah, but what in the Bible? What's the proof?
The Acts of the Apostles talks about them, you know, not being celibate. Like, pick a chick.
There is a story in scripture though, where Jesus says, where it's telling a story about Jesus, and he goes to heal Peter's mother-in-law. So if Peter had a mother-in-law,
I forgot that chapter.
that tells you
I
he
just-
had to have been married.
I skipped over that chapter in the Bible.
There you go. When
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
healed
really
Peter's
too fine.
mother-in-law.
Those are
So-
character development.
If the apostles